what is expected of you in a typical question, but using opinion essay as a litmus. So now the first thing we have staring at us here is a question, a typical IELTS question. And we look at how we can handle it from one stage to the other. All right. So here we are expecting to use this as a litmus. So many people, let's look at the question. Many people have the opinion that qualification is more important to success than character. They have the opinion, they share the opinion, they hold the opinion that qualification is more important to success than character. Okay. And
here's information from Compart.
All right. So, and we have not talked about background or prompt, but let's hold on. Which of these is quite necessary for success to be achieved? Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant example from your own knowledge and experience. Now, typically, an IELTS question has three parts. The first part is that part where they give you a kind of background to the essay, a background to the essay. Typically in IELTS it's called prompt, but it's more like a background before they get to ask you a question. They tell you a story, they give you a hint about the question they want to ask you. So then they say many people have the opinion that qualification is more important to success than character is. All right, so that's background or prompt. Then there goes the question. Which of these is quite necessary for success to be achieved? Which of these, which means choose one, which makes it fall under opinion essay. And that's the question. Then you have the question. All right. So that's the question. We have seen the prompt or background. Now we have seen question. Give reasons. Then it goes, give reasons for your answer and include any relevant example from your own knowledge and experience. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant example from your own knowledge. Now, in IELTS, this green, this blue highlighted part is a constant feature in your IELTS question type 2. Is a constant feature. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant example for your own knowledge and experience. Is a constant feature. So you must understand that regardless of what kind of essay task 2 you are doing, you have that as a constant feature. But this 1 and 2 changes from question to question. But then the same name still remains. It is the first one is a prompt or background. The second one is a question. That's where you have maybe, do you agree or disagree? To what extent do you agree? Those advantages outweigh disadvantages. You have it in the second part. Then the third part is where they ask you to give reasons, for example. Now pay attention. All the 3 parts have work, have responsibilities in helping you to write a good essay. So what's the strategy? Now the first thing is that you must understand the question type and its requirements. There is a requirement. For every question type, there's a requirement. If you have a million question type, you are going to have a million requirements. In fact, if you have a million discuss both views and give your opinion question, you're going to have a million different requirements. So you must understand the question and understand the question in order for you to be able to understand the requirement. And how do you do this? In understanding the question, how you do it is that you try as much as possible to interpret the question in your own words. Let the question make meaning. Or something just came to my mind. Let it make native meaning to you. Not like native meaning in terms of Yoruba or English, because but I'm talking about personal meaning. Let it have a personal meaning to you. Break it down in your own language so that it means the same thing, but you understand it better, right? So If, for example, you have this question, it says, some people say, many people will find that or have the opinion that qualification is more important than success. So we are saying, oh, many people believe that for you to have qualification is more necessary, more crucial to succeed than character. Oh, okay. They are also saying that qualification is what helps you to succeed and not character. So you break it down. You break it down, you pieces it, you give it your own meaning, but making sure that while you are giving it your own meaning, you are not changing the meaning. So you understand the question type and its requirements. Then number two, you take a stance. And I'm going to be taking a stance this evening on character. Now, in talking about taking a stance, try as much as possible to also, since you have understood the question, to do what I call bone of contention analysis. And that's what you have, that's the diagram you have there, bone of contention analysis. There is always, in most opinion essay questions, there's always a bone of contention, all right? There's always an issue in between. There's always a subject in between. There's always something that is being talked about in between. There's going to be two sides, and these two sides are fighting over something. There's going to be two sides, and these two sides are fighting for relevance with regards to something. So here we have taking success as the bone of contention. Let's go back to the question. You find out that many people have the opinion that qualification, one side, is more important than character when it comes to success. Success is the middle ground, is the reason why they are fighting. For example, sorry for this thing. Both two people, okay, that's not what I want to say, use it anyway. So this one came up and it's better. So two people are bidding for a contract. The contract is the main aspect, is the main issue. But to these two people are the two different parties that are bidding for a contract. So you need to understand that there is a middle ground and there's also two sides to every coin that you have as in the question. So you must be able to do your bone of contention analysis. This side you have qualification, side one, side two you have character, and what both of them are struggling to have relevance with is success. So you must pay attention to that. Doing your bone of contention analysis, it doesn't have to be this graphic anyway, but doing your bone of contention analysis has a way of helping you to understand your question better. But make sure that you do it correctly. Children learning, this another type, children learning foreign language in elementary school, there is the bone of contention there, because in that case you have an agree or disagree essay. So you are going to have to show us whether you agree or disagree. So I agree that children should be introduced to foreign language learning in elementary school and not in secondary school. So I agree or I disagree. But if you want to break it down a little further, you can say foreign language learning in elementary school. Okay, you can break it a little further there. But more often than not, it's always also very good that you are able to find out the subtopic under which the bone of contention is coming from. The bone of contention, this bone of contention is coming from the subtopic of education. I mean, the broad topic of education. Education is under which this one can be pitched. Education. The issue of success versus success, then character versus qualification, you can say is coming under life achievement. You can just put a broader subtopic, a broader spectrum of or a field of study, um, uh, a field of endeavor under which that can be put, and so that it will help you on the long run. So number three, I hope we all understand up to this point. Please, if you understand me, can I see your hands up? Okay, I'm not sure people are responding, but let's move on. So let's move on. Outline. Number three is outline, plan, or brainstorm. You should be able to do outline, do a plan, or do a brainstorm. So number one, what is needed in a situation where you do an outline, plan, or brainstorm? You should write 2 points for which you will discuss your stance. 2 points with which you will discuss your point. So this is one. I'm going to ask myself, why am I saying character is more important to success than qualification? Why? What is the reason why I'm saying character is more important to success than qualification? What are the reasons? Why would I say so? So I'm saying some world icons are university dropouts. That's the first one. Now, in writing out your outline, you should be able to tell us, write out an outline that is weighty, that has, you know, a lot of explanation to be done in them. Sometimes people just write their first sentence and it's a very long one, in which case they have a lot of explanation that has been done in that one sentence. Okay? And so they don't have what to explain or how to expand their point. But I would say make your sentence short, your outline short, precise, but factual and weighty. Okay, maybe not factual, but weighty. All right. So some world icons are university dropouts. Why am I driving this towards? I'm driving it towards the fact that character is all that is needed to become a world icon and not qualification. Because if qualification is what is needed to become a world icon, the people like Bill Gates will not be an international businessman and one of the richest men in the world. People like Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, will not be a very rich young man today if all he needed was to have gotten a qualification to succeed. You find out that character and other kinds of human personalities, which boils down to character still, are what has brought them to that level of life. So that's why I'm saying qualification is very, very important. Character is very, very important in making people world icon. All right. Then number two, I went ahead to say, despite the certificate being the reason, anyone would be employed, good work ethic is what sustains the job with promotions. So that's another, another point, that good work ethic is what sustains the job of individuals, not qualification, not their extremely high degrees, but rather their qualification. Their character. So, having said that, you must reach 2 points that in which you would use to answer your what's it called now? Answer your question, in which you are going to argue out your points, your point or your stance, as it were. So this might be where we'll stop, because I can take some feedbacks from individuals. Now, here we are meant to do what I call introduction, number 4, introduction. And there are two types of introduction, 2 methods of introduction. There are 2 methods of introduction, 2 methods of introduction. Number 1, method 1 is just paraphrase your prompts and state your thesis statement, which is your statement of intention. Number 1 is prompt paraphrase. Remember our prompt. Remember, we said in the question, there's what we call prompt. This one in yellow highlight is our prompt. So we are going to paraphrase it. Okay. Then our question, this one in lemon highlight will become our question or subject of our question. You know, I already told myself that I'm going to use character, and if you have chosen qualification, that is what is going to be the subject of your thesis statement. So let's move on. Many people have the opinion that qualification is more important to success than character. That's your prompt. So you paraphrase the prompt. So let's see. A lot of individuals, as replace many people, have the opinion that school certificate qualification are more, because I'm putting school certificates plural, so is more crucial and more important to success than character, are more crucial in helping to gain success than good behavior. So more crucial in helping to gain success than good behavior. Let me put maybe than good behavior can. Okay. So let's just put it that way. So in this essay, now I've done my prompt paraphrasal here. Prompt paraphrasal. Then number 2, my thesis statement. In this essay, I'll give reasons for which I think good attitude is the way to achieve success. In this essay, I'll give reasons for which I think good attitude is a way to achieve success. Okay, so we have been able to do our prompt, paraphrasing, and our thesis statements in that simple step, in those two little steps. But the method 2 just as one more element or one more feature. Okay, just one more feature. The prompt paraphrase is still the same. The thesis statements or statement of intention is still the same. But prompt paraphrase, before prompt paraphrase, we must do what I call punchline or hook. You must bring in punchline or hook. Now, punchline, as far as I'm concerned, should be short, precise, straight to the point, weighty, and factual, because it's all about first impression here. It's all about first impression. It's all about what you do first that sells or that puts you in good light with the examiner. First impression that puts you in good light with the examiner. So that is that. So then you go, success is desired by everyone. Life achievement is very important to everyone. To succeed in life, is everyone's utmost desire. First sentence, straight to the point. Please don't use cliches, don't use quotable quotes, don't use Bible verses, don't use um, um, things that are everywhere that people use all the time, because the possibility of some students using these in that particular exam is very high. So bring out a sentence that is your own brainchild. Bring out a sentence that you can defend anywhere, that is unique to you, and it will be based on the bone of contention. Remember our bone of contention analysis earlier. That particular sentence or punchline of hook will be based on the bone of contention that we talked about earlier. So if your bone of contention is on success, then that's it on success. Let's look at here. We talk about foreign language learning in elementary school, but we can't have all of this into this thing, into that prompt. But we can just say language learning is crucial in any culture. We have talked about, because language learning is all that there is about. Okay, I can also say foreign language learning has been a subject of intense debate over the years. So that's another good way to put it. But the idea of your punchline or hook is that it must not be so porous as to letting out your intention. It should be as discreet as possible, so that it doesn't indicate your intention yet. It should be as simple as possible, so that it doesn't indicate what your intention, your bone of your thesis statement is going to look like, or the direction or trajectory of your essay. So your punchline should not take sides yet. It should not have what it takes. Some people, if for example I said character is what I'm going for, some people may go ahead and say character is very, very important in every endeavor of life. Wrong. You have already taken sides from the word go. I'm expecting that your topic and your punchline or hook would be as as how do I put it now? How do I put it now? Would be as neutral as possible. So that's why I said success is everyone's desire. That's why you are not even taking your punchline or hook should not be based on any of the side that you are going for, but it should be as neutral as possible. So that's why success is desired by everyone. Success is what everyone wants to achieve. However, then I bring in my prompt. A school of thought believes that a good degree is an important ingredient in determining life greatness and not good behavior. Okay, let's refresh that. A good degree and not good behavior. A good degree degree, comma, not good behavior is an important ingredient in determining life greatness. So that's we have done punchline or hello. Hello, is anybody trying to call my attention?
No, that was a mistake.
Okay. All right. So we are able to do prompts, punchline or hook. Then we have done front paraphrase. Then this is our thesis statement. This essay will show why I pitch my tent with the latter being good behavior. So there are several ways of stating your thesis. Let it not always be in this essay. I'll give reasons. This essay will show why I'll pitch my tent with the latter. This I will be explaining, highlighting and explaining the reasons why I think this. So make it flexible or make it different, not the typical in this essay, or in my essay and the rest of them like that. So writing, so your first assignment, your assignment now is from the material you have, go to writing folder. From writing folder, you have, okay, let me show you from my system here, so you'd have an understanding. This is typically the okay, maybe IELTS students. They have 60 exercises. Oh, no. It's from IELTS student rather. IELTS students, whether IELTS student or not, you'd find a folder tagged writing. This folder, you find this folder in that material. Click on it and search for IELTS writing topics 2. And it is this IELTS writing topics 2. So click open, then click and open. Then you see some stuff like this. Soon, people who cannot work with the computers would be disadvantaged. To what extent do you agree? Disagree? So you have this IELTS writing topics. So I'm going to minimize this now so that we can go back to our lecture. So what you're going to do is so you pick the first 2 opinion essays. I'm not going to show you what an opinion essay is or looks like, because it's part of, you're recognizing the type of essay that is staring at you or that the examiner has given you is part of your exam. So you should pick the first 2 opinion essays. So I must say that in that particular paper, there are some that are opinion essays, there are some that are not opinion essays, but you should look at the opinion essay. You know, opinion essay has varieties. So we're talking about the likes of what is your opinion, agree or disagree, to what extent you agree or disagree, and the rest of the advantages or disadvantages, negative or positive development. So pick the first 2 opinion essays and write your outline and your introduction on them. Outline, introduction, outline, introduction. Write your outline and introduction on them. So, and then we see on Wednesday, on Thursday, yeah, and then we'll continue therefrom. Any question? Please, if you have any question, this is the time to ask.
Please, I don't understand what you mean by outline. Sorry.
Okay. Who is okay? Now outline. Okay. Outline. This is what you mean by outline. Outline is that plan you write to argue out or to explain your stance. Number 2, I've taken my stance as character in that particular essay. I'm going for character rather than qualification. So why do I say character is more important to success than qualification? I've given reasons. Number 1, because I know that there are some world icons who are university dropout, like Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, like what's it called now? Like Bill Gates, like several other internationally or even locally recognized individuals who did not go to school but made a living for themselves because they had good character. They were just naturally good with people. So that's my first point. My second point in arguing out my point is that I said, despite the several certificates being the reason anybody would be employed, good ethic is what sustains the job with promotions. So for every question that you are given, you should be able to come up with 2 points. That is in the opinion essay. Come up with 2 points, at least with in agree, disagree, to what extent you agree, disagree, advantages or disadvantages, opinion or negative or positive developments. Those ones, you should be able to come up with 2 points. Once you are taking your stance, why? It was 2 reasons why you're going to use that stance, because you are going to be developing those 2 reasons in the essay. So your outline is that point where you do a plan. No good house can be built without a plan. No good job can be done without a plan. Even if you are a nurse, like I've heard from nurses and doctors that there's what you call treatment plan. Pastors have plans for their sermons. All right. So everybody who wants to do a good job will sit down first and do a plan of what they want to do. So that is opinion, outline or plan of brainstorm. I hope you understand that.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So with that, I think we can call it a day, and I'll be expecting our assignments. Okay, 12 noon, the latest. Okay, 6. Okay, we said 6 p.m. Then on Tuesday, but we can 6 p.m. on Tuesday. But all I want is make sure you do your assignment and submit. That is very important. All right. So.
Oh, you mean Thursday?
We are going to meet on Thursday, but I'm expecting the assignment to come in. Okay, let's say to start coming in from 6 p.m. tomorrow, but the deadline is 6 p.m. Thursday. All right, so so in the absence of any question, please feel free to mail to chat me up if you have any issues, challenge with any aspect of this, and feel free to chat me up. You can call also, but most of the time chat preferably, and I'll be willing to respond as soon as I'm able to. I hope you understand. Ms. Ruth,
yes.
do you have any question, Ms. Ruth?
No, sir.
All right. So let's have a wonderful evening. I'm expecting our assignments turned in as soon as possible. So,
all right.
good night.
Thank you.
Yes.